How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So every year it seems like I do a channel update. So we're at the end of the year right now. It's currently Christmas Day, and let's go ahead and do a channel update. Okay, so right now it is Christmas 2023. So before I continue with the update, I would like to say Merry Christmas to everybody, or Happy Holidays. I've been hearing that a lot more than Merry Christmas. And also, if you don't celebrate Christmas and you celebrate something else, I just hope that you have a good day, you and your family. Okay, so I was scrolling through my channel and my videos. I was noticing that it looks like every year I do a channel update. But those channel updates seem to be when I get banned and I don't post for a long time. Now, I did just get off of being banned, so I haven't been able to post for a while. But that's not why I'm posting now. I just thought that it would be pretty neat to continue doing a channel update and actually do an update that is not because I'm banned. It feels like I would like to continue doing this every year, maybe more often, just to see how are things going with everybody, and maybe you can let me know in the comments what your plans for the holidays, if that's what you do, or anything else, since we're doing an update together. And I'll let you know what's going on with the channel and things that are going on in my life at the moment. So yeah, I would like to continue doing this every year and see where it goes. All right, so the first thing we're updating with is what I was just talking about, being banned. Now, this is a common occurrence for me because the type of videos that I put with the Switch, and apparently they're very controversial. Right now, I have one strike with 10 warnings, and I just feel like it's strange because sometimes I'm recommended videos and they show a whole lot more than what I'm talking about. So, for example, like shops. If you know what I'm talking about with shops, shows everything. And I can't even tell y'all any type of hints. I've reduced my videos to hints now where I'm like, well, this link is on this page, this link is on that page, and everything you need inside this file, just, you know, just look at this file here and just think of this file as everything that you need is inside there. So makes me feel bad that I have y'all trying to decipher this video like with puzzles and things like that uh, just to try and help. So it makes me feel like I'm being targeted at the same time, and it can be very discouraging. The being banned or risk losing the channel. There's other videos that I post that are not very controversial, and I won't be able to do that. So come a long way with this channel, with this community. So we've been doing really good, and then these kind of things kind of stop production. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, it sucks at getting banned. But I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'll keep giving y'all these puzzle videos until those don't work anymore. Things like that. I'm gonna try my best to keep this channel safe. You know, I've been here before with these strikes. If I get a second one, I'll most likely go private for a while until they're removed. Hopefully, it doesn't get to that point. But so far, we're good. I'm still here. We're still here, so we're good. And also, at the moment, there's not a lot of Switch related stuff happening, so it kind of keeps me under the radar for now. So I think that is a good thing. I'm also waiting for the app that is the Simple Mod downloader. I did a previous video on this, and one of the issues, because there's several, one of the issues was you can't download .rar files, and I think also 7-zip files. But the dev has updated the app. They just haven't did a public release. The dev says they're going to be updating the app with some here and there's, but I tried it and I had no issues with that .rar files and things like that. So I don't really know what the holdup is. It's been about 2 weeks now that I've been keeping up with it, and there's no public release. So I do have the app, and I'm thinking maybe one more week, and I will probably push the app out there because it is working. I don't know what kind of fixes the dev has planned, but if I release it and then the dev decides to release it, I'll probably do an update video, or probably just update the link in that video that I make. Usually that's what the case is. I'm either really late with the apps or I'm too early. So I almost never get it right, but we're going to try with that. So the channel's still looking pretty good and things like that. Okay, so next thing on the list, I have been thinking about getting a handheld PC. I think it would be a good addition to the channel and show a lot of things. I know a lot of people ask me about like the emulator Yuzu or the Ryugenix. I think that's what it's called. And I've never done that before. I know I have a PC that I can just do it on my PC, which I was planning to, but I've been really into looking at a handheld PC because it's pretty much a Switch and you have a wide variety of things that you can do with that. So if you like to be on the go, a handheld PC is where it's at. So the only thing I don't like about these things is they haven't really gotten a good battery life out of them. So I don't know what to expect to that. I have been looking around at different types of models and see what's better out there. And I guess the most affordable is the Steam Deck, but I don't want a Steam Deck. Only because of how big it is. It makes me feel like it's a Game Gear. So those of y'all that ever had a Game Gear before, Sega Game Gear, it reminds me of that. Or like a, what is it, like a Wii U. And that's huge. And I don't know. For a handheld, I want it to be like a Switch size. And I've been into a brand that's called 1X Player or model. And they have those that are really small, kind of like the Switch, and very powerful. So I've been really into that. I'm in part of a group that do PC gaming, retro gaming, and seeing all the cool things that they've been doing. I think I would like to bring that to the channel just to show y'all. And I think that's a pretty good game changer actually, because if you pay for it, let's say it's about the same price as a Switch or a PS5. And with that, you can use the handheld with anything that's pretty much Switch and under. So you can have the Switch, you can have PS3, Xbox, and lower than that. So also having a PC handheld, whatever is released on console that is released on PC, then you'd be able to have that as well. So I think it's pretty good. For myself, I don't really do handheld. I guess is that I don't have the opportunity, but I know a lot of people like to do that, and I would like to show that on the channel. So I'm looking into it, and most likely you'll start seeing some videos on that. And I've already set up a desktop computer for a friend of mine, and he was playing Xbox games, and I thought it was really cool. It's very easy and things like that. So maybe you'll be seeing that in the future, and I hope that that's something that you would be interested in as well. While we're on the topic of gaming, I would also like to add to this channel videos on modding games. So I just posted a couple of videos on this from my Switch where I modded the title Mario Wonder, changed the characters from Mario to Finn the Human or Garfield or Sonic or Among Us crewmates and things like that. But there are so many different types of mods out there that can just change the game entirely, and you can have a completely different experience. So I think it's really cool, and in my opinion, I think it makes the game more fun. So I would like to show you all these kind of things, and with the Switch or the consoles, and also on the PC. Probably a lot more on the PC because there's a lot more variety of mods that you can do with that. So another example would be is a friend of mine asked me about an old school game that is called Scarface the movie, and the original game had like really poor texture quality, just looked really bad in general, and had bad control as well. And my friend shared with me a mod that completely upscales everything and makes everything look really nice. And I went ahead and added the mod to help my friend, and it was a completely different experience altogether, and a lot more enjoyable. So things like that I would like to share with y'all, and see if that interests any of y'all while I do that. All right, so that's pretty much it for the plans of this channel in 2024, and we'll see where it takes us. Of course, if there's any type of updates for the Switch, you know what I'm talking about, I will keep doing those updates for y'all as long as I can. So yeah, moving on. Let's see what's next on the list. Okay, so next thing on the list is going to be about me and where I'm at currently, my mental health and physical health, possibly my plans for the future, things like that. So if you're still with me, here it goes. At the moment, I am still hurting. This is going to be the second Christmas without my mother, and those of y'all that know what happened in my life, I was very close to her, and from going to day, every day, to nothing, it affected me pretty bad. And even though it's 2 years now, it still feels like it just happened, and I haven't been able to move on or really forward. I have just been kind of coasting through the days. It has been 2 years, so it's gotten a little bit easier. A lot of things still remind me of her, and I get pretty emotional about it. I have been, I guess, having a little bit better days. I think because I know that it happened, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just going through the days. I don't really know how to explain it. It still affects me, and I do have a lot that occupy my mind. I do a lot of work still. Those of y'all that know, I have a daughter now. I have a son, daughter, and my daughter just turned 1 in September. And it was also very strange because my mother's birthday is in September, and she was pretty close to my mother's birthday, and it was going to freak me out if that were to have happened. So I don't know. I don't know if I ever told y'all the name of my daughter. Her name is Gemma, and the reason why we named her Gemma is because about 4 years ago, I sent a happy birthday video to my mother with my son, and while we're singing happy birthday, when it comes to her name, I said grandma, and my son said Gemma. So at the end of the song, my mom responded with "Thank you" from Gemma, and a lot of people had somewhat suggested to name her my mom's name, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I like that we named her Gemma. So it's kind of weird that it stands for grandma, but I thought it was pretty unique, and to my daughter when she grows up, that it's still a unique name, or things like that. Whew, sorry about that. I had to cut real quick. I got a little bit emotional, but I'm good. So let's go ahead and continue. Next thing, we're gonna try and actually buy a house in 2024, and let's see how that goes. Now I know it might be a huge mistake considering how things are right now with the market, But we've done our research, and also we've been seeing signs that it could go down to a better rate than what it has been for 2024. So we might just have to take our chances with that. I don't want to be honest, but we have this mindset now that things are not going to get better. Or I don't want to say not get better, but things are not going to be the same like they used to be. Now, I am old, so I am 34, and I remember when I used to put gas for $1 when I was younger, when I was 15. And I thought that was expensive then. So, because I wasn't really doing well working at my job at McDonald's, I was making 5.25 an hour. But I remember back then, like with $1, I would buy 25 cents. I would get one burrito. 25 cents, I would get a bag of chips. 25 cents, I would get a can of Coke. And then 25 cents, I would get a couple candies, maybe a Snickers. And with one whole dollar, I had my whole meal plus a dessert with $1. And now I try and do that today at my local convenience store. And one burrito, one can of Coke, one bag of chips, and one candy is like $16, $17. And it makes no sense. And it's very frustrating. And I don't like it. But like I said, with that mindset that things are not going to change, this is where the standard is now, whether we like it or not. And it just sucks. But we're going to go ahead and try anyways and see if we can or we cannot. Because of this house, might be working a little bit harder. I had somewhat of an opportunity to actually get a job with one of my contracts. So those of you that don't know, I do own my own business. I repair medical equipment and do inspections for OSHA and Amy and things like that for hospitals and clinics around my area. And one of my contracts wanted to take me as full time, and I've been weighing the differences, and so I'm indifferent about it. But because I want to be able to provide for my family, the better option is to get the regular job. It's going to be less pay, but it's going to be consistent. So these pros and cons that I have to go through with my job, I have to do a certain job and I get paid in 30 days. That's just the standard. And the sucky part is that when I do my job, let's say today on the 25th, I turn in my invoice on the 25th and they have to approve of it first. So sometimes that could take about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. Then they approve of it. And then from that point, then it's 30 days. And then with some type of law, they can do up to 45 days. So in some cases, I don't get paid until about 90 days or 70 days. And that's just my norm. And I've been doing this for 12 years. So it's not like I'm not used to it, but I'm here for the consistency. Yeah, the actual job will be less pay, but I'll have a check every 2 weeks. And it's not that much of a less pay, if I'm being honest. So the only con that I feel like is that I'm having is some type of freedom. So with my business at the moment, I'm able to be there for my kids at any time of the day, and I can still take care of my contracts as well. So that's going to be the hard part with this, but it's for the future of my kids. And yeah, I did also want to go to school. I've always wanted to be a doctor, but that's not going to happen. I feel like I'm too old for that, or I don't have the money for sure. But I did want to go into at least the nursing program, and I actually got accepted into the nursing program. It was just right after my mom had passed, and I went, and then you know, we also found out that my wife is pregnant. So just to be on the safe side and be responsible, I decided to drop out of the program, and it allows me to be there for my daughter. So we were trying to compromise together, my wife and I. She wanted me to quit my job and just go to school because it benefits us at the end. So I respect that, but um, I have a older mindset that I have to work to provide. So I got to push my my dreams a little bit to the side because I have kids now, and I'm always there for them, and it works out. It works out. So that doesn't make me feel bad at all. Uh, the school thing is not my thing. It's really hard for me, and so I feel like it's a lot less stress that I didn't have to put myself through. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So that pretty much wraps up the channel update for 2023, and we're gonna see what happens in 2024. So if you're still here watching, I would like to say thank you for that. I really appreciate your time that you took to watch this video and hear me out. And since you're still here, I would also like to take the time to ask you how you're doing. If you want to, you can leave a comment down below and give me a brief update on what have you been up to. Have you done anything with the Switch? Do you have family? Your plans for 2024. If you feel like it, you can leave a comment. Since you've taken your time for me, I definitely don't mind taking time to read your messages. So let me know how you're doing, and I hope you're doing well. So today, Christmas, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at in the world, I hope you're okay, and your family as well. So good luck in 2024.